What is it, my friend? This guy is still asking me to send him money. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, guys? What's happening? I'm here. I'm here. This guy is still asking me where's the money. He's still asking me where am I gonna deposit the money? This guy is crazy. He's asking me when am I gonna deposit the money. Von Haynes, my brother, you must send me a number. You must send me a message. I'm gonna send you a message actually because my number changed. My number changed. Let me send you a message. Hi everybody, how are you guys? Sanlam Scammer. Yes, that guy, that Sanlam Scammer. He's still asking me when am I gonna send the money? He's still asking me. So I'm actually gonna there you go. Any case, purchase a two-step account with Equities. Oh, cool. That's beautiful, my brother. Good luck with the account. So I'm actually. So I saw last night, right? So I have just uploaded that video. They're in the UK. So you guys, I don't know if you guys are familiar with UK. So the UK also has what's called the FCA, right? The financial regulators, and they have actually they have actually taken 3 guys to court. 3 people was taken to court for signal services, for providing signals. Do you guys understand? So I was surprised to see how far these guys went to be able to achieve that. But I'm gonna drop that video for you guys soon. I'm just waiting for this guy to sort out the account. But in any case, so that was one of the things. Who's going to jail? There's 3 guys. 3 guys there are 3 guys who was charged by the FCA on three guys were charged by the FCA for providing financial related services. But you guys know what's weird though is, right, you're gonna hear something now, and what you're gonna hear now is one of the guys who got caught, one of the 3 guys who got arrested by the FCA or by the FCA, he's actually still operating business as usual. But you can hear by the way this guy speaks, it's actually, where is he now? I thought at one point I thought it was LXG, FX LXG that they got here, but it's not. It's this other guy, and this guy is still operating as nothing happened. Just listen. This PC is connected to my headphones. My headphones is downstairs. In any case, let's try again.
Working.
Just listen.
So I'm here sat in my G-Wagon outside my brand new mansion I've just moved into. I managed to quit my job working in a warehouse and become a multi-millionaire through trading. I grew my account into the millions, starting with just a few £100 years ago. And now I spend my time traveling the world and making hundreds of thousands of...
So you can probably hear by what you just said now, right? So let me just do this. Yeah.
pounds per month wherever I go. I usually go on holiday at least 1 to 2 times per month, and trading gives me ultimate freedom to do whatever I want every single day. Life these days has never been harder. The cost of living has skyrocketed, and most people can barely even afford their bills. Having a job and getting paid once a month
he's
doesn't
one of the
pay.
3 guys that is currently being prosecuted because he's selling signals. So he's being prosecuted, or he's being prosecuted, or he's being charged. The FCA is filing a lawsuit against him and 2 other guys for providing signals and giving people advice on buying and selling in the market. Now, the reason why I'm covering this topic in particular for South Africans is because why? You obviously know why I'm covering this topic, because so I was doing some research on, because this is the Financial Conduct Authority. In South Africa, we have the FSCA, the Financial Sector Conduct Authority. They are only FCA. I don't even know what the S, it's a purpose for the S in the FSCA, but okay. So you guys will learn that story a little bit deeper when I drop that video. I'm just waiting for the thumbnail to come, and I hope we could see probably things similar like this happen in South Africa also with these guys that are providing these services, also because it's now been 1 year, exactly a year, since the FSCA said that you require a license to provide signal services. And guess what? You have a 16, 17-year-old on on Telegram. You guys know Nutty Traders? He's providing people, I'm gonna show you guys. He is providing, he's sending signals to the people in the group to trade. Yeah, you see there, Nutty Traders. He's just telling people US30 is about to be a bearish move. Imagine taking advice from a 17-year-old that is supposed to focus on schoolwork. But you guys must always notice this one thing. Every time this phone does this, where it just video. But in any case, so this is what we have here in South Africa. We here in South Africa, here we have people doing these kind of things, and you ask yourself, but how do you just get away with all of the stuff that you're doing? And then you go to UK and you realize that there, if you just tell somebody, like in the UK, if you tell somebody, like you can literally have a conversation with somebody. Now, this is all things that I've read. Okay, I've not been to the UK, but these are things that I've read on the on the FCA's website from UK, right? There, if you tell somebody, like you literally just tell somebody, you can take a buy on the NASDAQ 100, then you've given them financial advice, and for that you need a license. Yeah, you get people that will tell you just so, buy gold, buy this, buy that, I'm buying this, I'm buying that. And you ask yourself, how does these guys get away with it? So this video, for me, it is basically, it just serves as a reminder for stricter laws that we do have, but I also know that the FCA is also heavily backlogged with the amount of queries they have received. So I know they have a lot of work. The FCA is very busy. They have a lot of work that they're busy with. And the way I know that is because they emailed me in October for something I sent through in July, in June, July. So they have got their hands full with queries they need to deal with. But I said that right. They have to create a division that focus on investigating scammers. You understand? And I will go and apply for a job there because I will tell you today the amount of scams that I see. Even Gaten McKenzie made a joke today and said that one of the people who is using his profile has added him, has sent him a friend request. You hear? This is one of the people who is scamming people using his profile and sent him a friend request. And if we think back, we've made a video investigating the guy who's using his profile also. But the scamming industry needs like a sector that focuses on getting to these scammers, because why? These guys are getting away with a lot of things. And like I said, every day you wake up, you are exposed to scams everywhere. There's a scam happening, and the thing is, there's only so many videos you can make in a single day. You can't make too much videos. You can't do 3, 4, 5 videos a day because no need so mali. Like I'm not that crazy, so you could probably shoot for one video, and you can kind of you kind of broaden, or you must just shoot for the stars. So yeah, in any case, that's the situation. Albert, I just want to ask, do you still give away accounts or cash like you used to? What happened on that is quiet, bro? I've given away an account yesterday. I've given away 5 accounts the day before that. So I'm not sure what you mean when you say it's quiet, because the thing is like this, right? The people choose which videos they watch, right? And if people choose, oh, I want to watch this video, oh, this video is not about Bandile, or this video is not about Nasdaq Ninja, or oh, this is a market breakdown, oh, this is an educational video. I don't want education, my brother. I want drama. Give me drama content. I want videos where Bandile or Nasdaq Ninja is being accused of doing things. And so if people don't watch all the videos, then obviously you are just gonna you are not gonna see whether you've won an account or not. So I know the type of content that does very well. Content that does very well is content that is kind of stories, gossiping stories, where where you might say leaders of Montla, his car got repossessed. So you make a video about that. People have high interest in content like that. Ghost Ruby got smacked 10-0 by another influencer. Boom. And people's like, yeah. Then you make a video for people to go like, how to a strategy on how to trade the Nasdaq. People's like, yeah, we don't want this, man. We don't want this video. We want drama. We want stuff where something is happening to somebody. And in that videos, like the educational videos, you do a giveaway. And then somebody who might have always said that, oh, but I never win an account, was selected as a winner, but he chooses not to watch the video because it's not drama related, so then you miss it. Because I can tell you today that, right, on average, out of all the accounts that I give away, I can tell you probably one or two people come to collect the accounts. So there's 5 accounts that gets given away. There's maybe one person or two people who actually emails to say, "Yo, bro, I see that I've won an account and I would like to come. I'm here to collect the account." It's rare that you find people that actually come and collect the accounts, because why? You have to. It needs to be a dramatic, a dramatic event. Like most recently, right? Nasdaq Ninja, for instance, right? He sent me a message, which I'm not gonna discuss or talk about here. He sent me a message on Instagram. Now that would have been nice content for people. People would have loved to see that message that he sent to me, and my response to him, and the way me and him was going back and forth there, right? Because that's what people love. But unfortunately, I'm not gonna waste my time to make a video about, oh, guys, no. I said to him straight to his face. I said to my brother, leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I have left you alone. Leave me alone. That's all. I blocked him and gone. I could have just screenshot it and say, yo, what's up, you guys? Come see what is happening here. No, I don't do that stuff, because why? If people are not going to learn anything from the video, then that's pointless. I would take 300, 400 views of a educational video as opposed to 10,000 views of a, uh, you know, Pandile just hurt his leg, because then you cannot really classify yourself. You cannot put yourself in a category of doing things when you step outside of that. The voice imitations always gets me. Yeah, sometimes sometimes I have to do that to protect people's privacy. As you guys probably seen, nowadays I do edit a lot of poppy information out, like email addresses, phone numbers, all of these things. Try to edit them out, although they are publicly available. You will get these guys that will always say that, but I never told you to use my information. How do you put your entire information on Instagram? You put your life on Instagram, your phone number, your banking information, you put everything on Instagram. And when somebody uses the information to show other people, you're like, but you're not supposed to. Who said you can? Yeah, which is like, yeah, but the information's there. Like you put it there. Like, yeah, but I didn't say you must use my information. You understand? So these guys will do whatever they can to see where they can actually break you, or where they can get to you. So you always want to be sure that you kind of, you kind of you kind of make sure that you are that you are not aligned with these guys. But yeah, so that is the situation for today. So we're gonna talk a little bit about the FCA or the FCA, and the way, the aggressive approach that's being taken by them in the UK, and hopefully we could see some of those aggressive um, is crazy. Is kind of crazy. So that is what we need. You understand? But I'm not here to talk too much about what we need, because at the end of the day, we as people need to play our own parts also, by ensuring that we are very well educated with these people. Yeah. Siyabonga! We will always support you, Chief, even if they sue you. Honestly, we'll give out all money to help you fight the case. The thing is like this, right? when it comes to suing somebody, to sue somebody, you need money, right? You need a lot of money, firstly, and to sue somebody, you have to be very, like, something must be, like, you must be, you know, you must have money to sue people, which is why, you know, in most cases, and even in situations where, certain cases might go to court, these guys will get into a lot of trouble for the operations that they are running and for the amount of damage that they are doing, in the public's best, like, to the public. So the first thing that these guys don't have is money, to spend on a court case. So they will always come with defamations and tell you must remove the content or don't talk about them. Although they are wrong, they are taking money from people and they are scamming people. You understand? So that's normally the first point of reference, right? Suing, I I I don't think, like, unless you're now talking about politicians and people with, like, yeah, now you talk about suing people. To sue somebody is very expensive. It's even more expensive if that person don't have any money. You're suing somebody who's got no money. So you need deep pockets, my brother. But yeah, thank you for the consideration. Area Betsway is the schedule of random live videos. We need a proper schedule, please, Rolio, to be aware and tune in. So when I did the last live, I think it was last week Friday, late, and then somebody said that the live must be done a little bit earlier. So now I did it earlier, and now you have to schedule it. So it's a little bit confusing. But I think the best thing to do would be to just to schedule it, to say that the live is gonna take place within this time and that time, so people can kind of be aware of what's going on. There are a lot of them, so it will be like they shooting their leg or handing themselves to the police for the wrong. Yeah, you see that. I will tell you something, that you don't step into a space, right? You don't step into a space that you think of it in this way, right? You become a gangster and you're running around and you're doing crime, and then one day, you this big gangster, you blah, blah, blah. One day you get robbed. Not you get robbed. One day somebody see you and they go tell the people in the neighborhood, yo, that guy there, he's robbing people, he's robbing people. How does somebody who robs people, how does a gangster, right, go to the police and say, these people are talking about me? You understand? Oh, these people are talking up, saying I rob people, and when he has done it, he will never go to the police. You see, these scammers, what these scammers don't understand, right? These scammers don't understand the following, that you cannot step within this industry that they want to milk for themselves, and then you run to the law when you get caught, or when when your files gets exposed. Because I'll tell you what the difference is here, right? The difference that we have here is that people, if the FCA reaches out directly to, let's make an example, Nasdaq Ninja, the FCA sends him an email directly to say that, my brother, you are providing financial services without being authorized, and we've received complaints about you. We also found out you're scamming people, right? So now the FCA publishes a statement on Facebook to say that, you know what, guys, you need to stay away from this guy. He's been scamming people, and you have to leave it, right? You have to let them go. He's going to do nothing about that. Nothing, nothing. He's going to do nothing about it because it's the right thing. Because it is the right thing for them to expose him and put his information on Facebook so people can see it. Now, if somebody like myself come and I take the same information and I put it on social media, then in his defense, he's going to make a video, he's going to go talk a lot of stuff. So it's not about being right or wrong. It's about who makes the information. To give an example, there was a certain broker in South Africa a couple of years ago. Rydell made a video about that broker. That person of that broker, they send him lawyers' letters and all of that stuff. But when the FCA actually dealt with the broker, the owner of the broker, he couldn't do anything. He literally was a nothing to the FCA. He obeyed to the FCA. Sorry, the FCA put out statements about the company and he didn't use the same energy or the same power with the FCA. There is many examples I can make of you of people who has threatened defamations or lawsuits or whatever the case is. And then when being dealt with by the FCA, they can't say anything. When you apply the same information, you have applied the same information that the FCA did. You're just like, guys, this guy is scamming. He's providing signal services without the license. The FCA has done the same thing, but they will come at you for making a video about them scamming people. But when the FCA poses a statement to say that these guys are providing services without being licensed, then they don't do anything. Now, you know what I call that? I'll tell you what I call that. That is what we call in Afrikaans, kyk mense by die gefriet. That is what I call it. So I've made many proposals to these guys before, right? To these scammers. If you are gonna be in this game of scamming people, you cannot run to the law. Because I do not run to the law when people like Jason Noah made some nasty remarks about me on Instagram, right? Do you guys remember when he posted stuff about me? I didn't run to the law. I didn't go to the lawyer and say, put out a letter, send him a letter for defamation. No, I don't do stuff like that. When I made a video about him, he got the lawyer to send me a letter. But when he made a statement about me, which I also didn't like, I took offense to it. I didn't run to a lawyer. Because you know what? In the space that we are in, you cannot run to a lawyer. Imagine scamming somebody, getting exposed, then you run to the law and say, I scammed somebody, he's exposing me, can you please? I don't run to the law. There's only two ways I deal with the situation. I make a video, or you can see if you can punch me in person, and we can deal with it in person also. Do you understand? Because a lot of the times I tell these guys that, sy moenie mense by die gefriet kyk nie. Because here's a few of these guys, I promise you, I can say it on this live. Here's a few of these guys that, it will be a flawless victory in person. A flawless victory. And if anybody of them, any one of them feel like, oh, it's not gonna happen, you can't, then tell them I say, right? They can come. I'm not scared of a physical, engagement, but don't run to the law. You gotta run to the law. I will never ever, I promise you guys today, never ever, no matter what these guys talk about me. I was called a monkey once also by these guys. A racist slur, calling me a monkey. Do you think I ran to the law? No. But the same guy who called me a monkey, right? The same guy who called me a monkey. Listen, when the FCA issued a statement about him, and I said that statement to my Instagram, he got a lawyer to come and tell me that I must remove a statement that was published by the FCA. Really? I want you guys to think about the things that I'm telling you now. Do you understand what I'm telling you? That I do not run to the law. I know defamation letters is very cheap because some lawyers, it's just a copy and paste of another person's work. The lawyer will be like, can you tell me what happened? This is what happened. There's the information. Send it through to him. There you go. Imagine you scam somebody. Imagine being a scammer. Then you run to the law. How do you as a scammer run to the law? I don't run to the law. I will kick you in your push by myself. And if I lose, I lose. But at least I will not lose thinking I've ran to the law. No, I don't run to the law, my brother. We deal with these things like this. It is like I said to leaders of Montla when I saw him there, right? I said to leaders of Montla, I said that you and your people, you guys you cannot do illegal things and then want to go the legal route when you get exposed about what you're doing. So don't do that here. Said, we don't do that here. You don't do illegal things and then you want to go the legal route when you get caught. How does that work? It's like a gangster that is getting caught unaliving somebody, and then when the eyewitness come and say to the police, yo, look there, we saw him, we've got footage, we've got proof that he has killed somebody, we have the proof, look here, it was him. And then that same gangster who unalived somebody goes to his lawyer and say, please send a defamation letter because she said I unalived this person, which I did do, which is a crime, and I am wrong, but she said so. Then the lawyer that you would expect to be highly educated, right? You expect, but I understand that some lawyers need 1,000 rand here and there, because money is too tight to mention. But in any case, then this lawyer can even go to Google and see whether this person, and sometimes when the lawyer gets the information, the lawyer also sees, but you are a fraud. But if you're dealing with 5 rand or 5 lawyers, then obviously, you understand. Obviously, you're going to check yourself, right? Then the lawyer say, right, this is a scammer and we understand you're a scam, but I need 1,000 rand because, my rent is due. Any case, then they would send a lawyer's letter to a person who reported the person who unalived that person, and then nothing happens to that person. That is the kind of things that we deal with in this space. That is what we deal with in this space. It's nothing, it is nothing fancy. It's nothing, I don't think it's anything, I don't think it's anything for us to dive too deep into, right? But that is the reality of creating content, and this is targeted specifically for South African people who think. Imagine buying your influence and then think you are an important person. How do you buy influence? You go there, you buy followers and subscribers, and then you think you are famous. So when somebody makes a video about you, you think you are some sort of a celebrity. So you go to, can you please, this guy he's messing with my reputation. Fuck your reputation. What about the people who got scammed in the process? That is what I say, that within the system that we work with in this, like on our side, is that I will never, ever in my entire life go to the law within this circle that I am in right now. If somebody says something about me on Instagram and I'm not happy with it, I have to deal with it because I'm in the space. Do you understand? I am in the space of expecting to being attacked by people who I make videos about, right? So it is only right that when you are in the space of scamming people, that people are going to talk about you scamming them. And that is not what these guys are looking for. They want to scam people behind closed doors and nobody must talk about it, because when the people talk about it, then more people are going to know about their scamming stories and they won't be able to make any more money. That is why I tell you guys, right? If I get put in charge of any authority or what, if the FCA tell me, my brother, come work for us as an investigator, here's your email, here is your email address, here's your private email, please go and see who is providing services without being licensed and authorized to do so. I swear on my dead father's grave, I will clean up everybody that I have exposed so far who is still providing services. I promise you, that is the one thing that I will do. That is a promise that I put for you out there. This goes from A to Z. I don't know whose name ends with a Z, but it gets there. Do you understand? It will get there. Because why? The only thing that people like myself don't have is, I do not have the ability or the power to stop these guys. I cannot stop them. You can't stop. I do not have the authority to tell them, you must stop. Stop what you're doing. Is not right. They're gonna look at me and say, oh, go make another YouTube video. Oh, do you think your YouTube videos is, oh, go make another YouTube video. You understand? You make another video, cool. You know, you can make another video, make another video, make another video, make another video, make another video. Oh, Bandile scam somebody. Oh, Bandile scam somebody. Oh, Nasdaq needs to 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 scam somebody. Oh, Nasdaq, oh, yeah. Meanwhile, these guys think they're celebrities. Really, I will show you guys real followers versus fake followers. Stop thinking that you are something, that you've made it in life. You haven't made it in life. You know, some of these guys think that they've made it in life. You know, you haven't made it in life if your income depends on other people's. You know, taking money from other people. You think, oh, I'm making so much money. There's a lot of big guns, not big guns, but like big guys, right? Who scam millions and millions and millions of people, who's getting credit for driving fancy cars as if they've worked for it. Imagine, that is where we are now. Are you hinting to us that you could be cooking something with FCA? No, there's nothing like that, brother. Honestly, there's nothing like that. I'm telling you today that if the FCA, you know, reach out to me and tell me, my brother, come, we want you on board. I promise you, my brother, I will promise you one thing. There is a list of people that I will bring to justice here. You see? That I will bring to the book very quickly. You don't have to still talk to me a lot. We will get you quickly. You know, we can maybe work with like the police, go catch these Facebook scammers who's scamming people on Facebook also, that send Ubers. You say, hey, you know what, my Uber is on his way. That's all I had. No, brother. Do you understand? So that's kind of what I am trying to get to. You understand? That's kind of the message that I'm trying to tell you guys, is that we as creators is you are dealing with criminals here who not the law, because the lawyers are not lawyers are not laws. They are just people who studied law, right? So they just know the law better. I'm sure if I focus on wanting to know about the law, I can do that also. There's some very good lawyers, and then there's Lawyers you can pay on Fiverr to send defamation letters to protect you, because I'm sure that's the job of a lawyer, right? The job of a lawyer is to protect the criminal. But in any case, and then you have to deal with as creators. That is why I will always encourage people, right? I will always encourage people, you know, be careful who you're dealing with. Be careful the people that you are associating yourself with on social media. Be careful who you think is a good example for you, who's supposed to be an example for you. Be careful who you look up to, because the same people that you're looking up to is the same people who's behind closed doors, who are misusing, manipulating, and taking people's money. And you out here going like, yes, my brother. Yes, my brother, I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't do that. All this stuff, all these things that are going on. So it's important that we as creators, we can continue to do this type of content, but where's it gonna end? You understand? Where's it gonna end? You will probably see a creator like there in the UK, that video I'm gonna drop. There's 3 signal providers that are in court now for providing signals. Three guys are in court. 3 people are in court. Not on a Facebook post, not a warning on a Facebook post like like certain people do. Yeah, I mustn't talk about the FCA guys. But no, there are 3 guys in court now, in court. They appeared in court on the 9th of October for providing signal services. Yeah, not yeah. I told you guys that Nutty Traders is just Nutty Traders is just started with signal groups also. It is hard here, man. It's very hard, so breaks my heart every day. I hope one morning I get to wake up and get an email. The FCA says, my brother, we have launched a new sting operation and we want you to be part of this. Please come on board. I'm like, yeah, please, jeez, let me do something. Let me see what I can do. Siabonga, what's happening? Bra, wish the FCA can see your work and give you no, the FCA knows about me, right? So the FCA know about me. They're well aware of me, because I call the FCA so every now and then they're like, yeah, we know about you. We know about your work. We've seen your work. I've also helped the FCA once with a case with another guy that got given a fine for. This guy got given a fine of 1 million rand, right? And then he continued to provide services under a different name. So we were already busy with him. So the FCA, when I put out that video, I think a week later, the FCA emailed me and asked me for the information because this was a convicted criminal. Crazy stuff. This guy is cool. He has a Apple Watch. Okay. You sound cool because I'm wearing a watch. But yeah, so that's the current situation, guys, and hopefully we will be able to restore peace and peace within this community, because why? The idea is, I always say that the idea is always for, where's my battery? Let me see how far is this battery. 8%. Yeah, we're gonna have to charge this phone soon. But the idea is always for people, and I will always stand by this. I stand firmly by this when I say this, that there's nothing wrong with providing financial services. Really, there's nothing. But at least make sure you do it the right way. because you can do this as an actual business where you register yourself as a financial services provider and you give classes. You got a nice building where you educate people online, and you've got people who provide signals in there who've all registered as representatives under your FSP, who acts with honesty and integrity and make sure they provide people with the correct and necessary information. And then there you go, you understand. But these guys, they don't want to go down that route. They want to go this way. We want to go the easy way, because getting a license isn't that difficult. Um, especially if you've got money like these guys, they can pay. Like if they meet the one criteria that you have to meet is financial soundness, which means you need to be able to prove that you have money in the bank account before you can open up a financial services provider, because you can't let a brokey open up a FSP, because then they're just gonna take the people's money. You understand? And obviously for reinsurance, you just have to pay insurance on other people's money. So these guys have nothing like that. If your account blows, it blows, and you must just continue with your life as if nothing ever happened. But in any case, guys, you guys must have a beautiful day. I think this guy. Sorry, I think this guy is done over here. I think he's done. Is he done? Yeah. But I actually want to go sit quickly on Instagram also, because people are asking about those accounts that needs to be given away on there. Guys, I will speak to you again, man. Thank you for your time. And as always, cheers for yours.